Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, the good folks over at Sencut have sent us out a couple more knives to check out. And today, that knife just happens to be the Excalis from Sencut. Pretty darn cool. I am really digging the wood grain on this Guabortia. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Guabortia wood, but very nice looking. Actually, the clip side on this one's got a little bit more, I guess, flavor in the grain. Really like the way it looks, for sure. Now, there's 4 different versions of this guy. You've got this version, the Guabortia wood. You got a green canvas micarta version with a black blade, I'm pretty sure. And then you have a black G10 and a white G10 version. So you got a little bit of flavor to choose from again. That must be my favorite word today. Anyway, overall, we usually start with the fit and finish. And with Sencut, Stevie, we, of course, all from the same family. That is never usually an issue. Now, I want you to look at something here and just see if I'm... Yeah, it was just the way I was looking at it before. It's pretty well centered. For some reason, I thought it looked like it was off to the show side a little bit, but no, it's not. It's not. It's fine. I would expect it to be fine. But overall, the fit and finish is pretty darn good. I will point out something here in a little bit, but we're going to make people happy. We've got a lanyard hole. Yes, indeed. We've got a reversible pocket clip. Pretty deep carry. I call that deep carry. So, very good. Making people happy. Recessed screws. There you go. Gotta like the way that looks. Now, of course, we do have the speed holes in this one. And there's been a couple of knives that I have really liked. And there's been a couple of knives that those speed holes have aided in sort of the grip. So, we'll get into that here a little bit later, but fit and finish is fine. You do have a little bit of kind of letterboxing going on with those liners. For sure, obviously, you can see there is weight reduction going on because there's holes drilled in it. So that should definitely reduce some weight. Open construction and 2 modes of deployment. You got the studs and you got the flipper. Now, flipper, it's got a really good detent for the flipper. I'm pretty happy with it as far as that goes. Thumb stud, yep, pretty darn well also. Now, this is one that I am not going to even try to reverse flick. I have many times, and it just doesn't kind of work out for me. But 9CR18 blade, it's been pretty much standard for Sencut. For sure, got a nice swedge going on. It's sort of they're calling it a reverse tanto because you do have a little bit of this going on, but you've got a clip kind of here, reverse tanto here. Got a nice swedge going on there for sure. And then you got, boom, the belly. We like the belly, definitely. Do have a forward choil. It is a sharpening choil. I am not even going to put my finger up there because no, not big enough. Do have some jimping on the blade. It's pretty much there for its decoration. It doesn't really grab my thumb all that well. I kind of pretty much slide right over the top of it. So more of decoration than useful in my opinion. But overall, it's kind of I kind of dig the look of it. I don't know about the holes in this one. I'm really wishy-washy when it comes to the speed holes. There's a couple of knives I really like them on. It aids. This one, I don't know. It's not grabbing me as it has on others. So we'll do a quick spec check here. So we're just shy of 7 inches. Just over 6 3/4. I don't even think it's quite 6 7/8, but we are just over 6 3/4. Handle, darn near 4 inches. I think it's just shy. So you're going to get right about a 3-inch blade, maybe just a little bit shy. Cutting edge is going to be, we'll call it 2 7/8. We'll give that the full 7/8 measure. And then, of course, your grip length is just over 3, coming in not quite 3 1/4. So when I grab it, you know, that 3 1/2 mark. So I'm just shy of what I really like, but I do get a pretty darn good grip on it for sure. You guys, I mean, I always say I do tend towards the smaller knives, and this one does give me a pretty good grip for sure. So size comparison time, where's it at? There's the bug out right there. So bug out's going to be just a little bit bigger than the Excalis by almost a 1/2 inch on the blade and probably close to 1/4 on the handle. Then, of course, that just means the PM2 is going to be much larger, which it is. Absolutely. Don't think that surprised anyone. Quick wait. But wait, there's more. Starting in grams, there we go, for our friends across the pond. 104, just over 3 1/2 ounces. 3.7. I went too far. 3.7 ounces. It's what it comes in at. Right about there. Then, of course, the pocket. Deep carry. You know I'm digging that. Absolutely. 100%. Love the deep carry. Goes in pretty darn well. Got a nice pop coming out. So that clip is pretty sturdy. Yeah, clip's pretty darn sturdy. No issues there. So, the overall fit and finish, already talked about it. It is good. It's pretty darn good. It's a Stevie. Now, what I was going to mention, I'm kind of putting this on the fit and finish aspect of it. It's really kind of slippery. Now, that's kind of what I was talking about, those speed holes. They kind of help at times. If I get my fingers positioned just right, they do kind of help out. But that wood is pretty darn slippery, which is a little bit of a bummer. And that kind of goes into, I'm not sure I could reverse flick this one anyway, because I've tried a few times. But, well, there, the finger got in the way. But the wood is so slippery. I've dropped this knife on carpet. I was trying over the carpet just so I wouldn't do anything to the knife. A couple of times trying to reverse flick it. And that's just because it is kind of slippery. So that's why I'm not even really going to try. It's hard enough to begin with. And if the knife is slippery, it just makes it that much harder for me anyway. So there you go. So other than the wood being kind of slippery on this one, the fit and finish is good. So action, the detent seems to be tuned pretty well for both the thumb studs and the flipper. It's got a pretty good drop to it. Cage ceramic bearings and ergos. I can feel the clip. A little bit more than I want to. Close my hand. It elongates out just a little bit past that kind of, I can feel it there. It's not terrible, but I do feel it more than I want to. Yes, I do. You guys know me in the clips. Now, I can feel this back here as well, but this is kind of where I'm really feeling it. Up here, it's just a little long, and it kind of goes past that natural crease in my hand and does kind of get my, if I really bear down, I can definitely feel it. So, just kind of a couple of things that I noticed. Other than that, you know, I like the design. I'm still I'm wishy-washy about the speed holes. My biggest one on this is just the slipperiness of the wood. Yeah, it's a little too slippery. And those holes don't always, I've got to make sure my fingers are in the right spot so I don't drop it. The other thing I noticed on this one is, and I think it has to do with the slipperiness of the wood too, is you're okay getting in. I mean, you have access to your lock bar. It's not super fantastic. If you look at it straight on, I mean, you've got jimping going on there. So, but there's not, it isn't cut away on the opposite side a whole lot. It is a little bit, but not the best access. Can I do it? Yes, I can actuate it. But I've really got to think about it because the slipperiness of the wood. So, yeah, this is one of the first Sencuts I think I've had much, and it's not much, but negative to say about it. I'm just a little, I'm not sold on it. Put it that way. I am not sold on the Excalis just because of the slipperiness of the wood. That's kind of where I'm at with this one. Now, price wise, I can't complain at all. This Gwaborsha wood, it's like $42. The green canvas micarta is just shy of 40. The black and white, the black G10 and the white G10, they're just over 38. So pricing, not bad at all. They're priced very, very well, for sure. I do like the overall look of the design. It's just there's a couple of things that are, would keep me from probably not adding this one to my collection. I'd now go with the micarta version or the G10 version, different story. It all has to do with the grip. It all has to do with the grip of the wood for me. So, just my thoughts. I don't know if you've been checking this one out. That's my thoughts on the wood version at the very least. Like I said, sample size of 1, of course, as always. But really appreciate the folks over at Sencut sending this one out to check out. Always appreciate them for sure. And I got to thank you guys for stopping by and checking it out with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And as always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. I love talking to you. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.